There's a new partnership between Nissan and Gameloft. This partnership will give us a new update of Asphalt 7 with two new cars, the Nissan Juke and the Nissan Juke Nismo. The first step to implement two cars in the game is to model them.
Modelization for the cars is kind of like working with a bit of clay. You start off with like a square object and then you start cutting into the object to making all the different shapes of the car. So we'll model half of the vehicle first and then we duplicate the vehicle over.
Once the cars are modeled, we need to make them shine.
To determine how many polygons we have to put on the car. Actually, we determine that by asking us, okay, how many pixels are we going to draw? Basing on that, we can say, okay, we need like 2,000 polygons for the car. In Asphalt, we have like 20,000 polygons, and that's a lot. And we're able to deliver this at interactive frame rates, like we have 30 frame rates and even 60 frame rate per second, which is actually very good.
Once we have the textures all tied down, we apply them to the materials for different things like the car paint, the chrome, the grills, all the different textures you would have on a vehicle. The thing with the car paint is that we have real-time reflections, which really help tie into the rest of the environment.
When we designed the driving aspect of the car, we took our information straight from the manufacturer's stat sheet. The car's dimension, weight, gear and differential ratios, the wheel radius, torque table, of course the top speed and acceleration, and even the drivetrain layout. Then we tweaked the nitro's power and duration to create a driving experience that's varied and balanced. In the end, all cars have a little something different, and you get to have a favorite one in each tiers depending on your driving style.
We made actually a tool for the game designers to be able to manipulate the decals and see what constraints are we going to add to them. The tool allows actually 9 degrees of freedom. So basically they can do scaling, they can do rotation, and they can do translation. And that allows a lot of customization to the cars. It's done at interactive rate, it's done with GPU. It's a very, very powerful system.
When a car is finished and the team is happy with it, now it's time to get it validated. First by a car specialist in Gameloft, and then by Nissan itself.
So the final part of our car, we start with the rigging, which is for exporting into the game. This includes things like the reflections of the lights onto the ground, the plane for the shadow. All these things help tie the car into the rest of the environment to make it all look one full piece in the game.
So basically, once exported, he can do whatever he wants with the car, and it will have the same look as it is in the game, which is actually very productive from a production point of view.
Another thing very cool with this update is that we're going to make some modification on the Tokyo track. If you're a fan of Nissan cars, you have to get this new update of Asphalt to be the first to drive the new Nissan Juke Nismo before it comes on the market.